is BC Babbles, and welcome to the channel. And thank you so much for joining me on my very first ASMR video. I am so excited for tonight's video. Before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, hit the bell. That way you get to be the first one to know about all of my new content. And feel free to connect with me outside of YouTube. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. All of my handles are at BC Babbles. Check it out. So tonight I decided I wanted to give you a little idea of the kinds of things that I like, and specifically the kinds of things that one might find in the abode of BC Babbles. And before you go there, this is not going to be a dirty video. No dirty thoughts here. So get your mind out of the gutter. At least for now, no dirty. Any good friend of mine could tell you that I am kind of bougie. And specifically, and please forgive the squeaky chair. It's not my fault. But I have a huge love for certain kinds of architecture and cultural styles. I love old world French and Spanish and Italian, but also Germanic, Slavic, Nordic kinds of architecture and style. In particular, I am a lover of Venetian festival masks, which I'm sure is the farthest thing you are anticipating that I was going to mention. Of all the things I could have said, I can't imagine you are actually going to guess Venetian festival masks. But I actually have a bit of a collection, and I'm going to be sharing with you some of them tonight. And we'll start from the most normal looking basic one that I have, and we will move up to my absolute favorite mask. So here we go. So this is probably the most normal mask that I have. It is very kind of basic level ladies mask, super simple. There is some nice foundational color of the dark brown, black, but then there's the beautiful gold glitter and a very basic outline around the mask. It's useful for really anybody who wants just a tiny little flair of mystery but class, for maybe a high-end company dinner or perhaps a costume get-together. Let me know, I can hook you up. This next one is definitely a bit more than the last one. This is a pretty common kind of mask you would see different kinds of guys donning at the ball. This is, I believe it's more of a trickster's mask, indicated by the schnoz. This is the kind of guy who may look great, but he may not be quite as trustworthy as you're hoping he's going to be. Let me know in the comments if you'd ever dance with a guy wearing this kind of mask. Me, if I knew who he was underneath and I decided it was worthwhile, at least for the night, why not? Now, on to the next one, and a very, very fun one. Now this next one is one of my favorites because, as you will be able to tell once you see it, it is highly reminiscent of a highly beloved character of literature and a Disney classic film, and it is my Pinocchio mask. Sorry about that. It is such a cute mask, I think. I love the hat. I love the tuft of his hair. And I love the little nose just waiting for Pinocchio to utter even the tiniest little fib. And then it'll become like the last mask you saw. I also love the ABCs that are on his hat. I think it's beautifully indicative of the character's innocence and, moreover, his naivete, both of which have quite a hand in getting him into a lot of trouble in both the book and the film. I do also love the additional gold around his eyes. Just gives it that beautiful Venetian flair, and how the gold is around both eyes shaped to make it seem like he's curious, like he's got like curiousness about him. Love it so much. Now, let's move on to one of the bougier masks. So excited. Now, this next one is probably my more unnerving mask, just because of the expression it has. I promise, no jump scares, so don't worry about that. But here is my sinister gestures mask. Here it is. I fell in love with the red and the lion icon on his forehead. I am a Leo, so sometimes I get a little caught up in my own astrology, but can you blame me? And if you're wondering what's up with this action right here, well, he needs a little bit of craft glitter. It's a little broken, but otherwise he would look like this, like he's supposed to. But for the time being, he's just going to be picking his nose. It's okay, I don't judge him. And interesting fact about this guy is that he's actually right above my bed in my bedroom. And honestly, I'm a very paranoid person, so I'm not even sure how I am okay with him being there. But thinking about it, honestly, if there are any demons that try to get me in the night, odds are they're going to see his face first and then be like, never mind, I'm out. So, pros and cons. He's kind of creepy, but I love him anyway. So, there you go. Time for the next mask. This one is arguably one of the coolest that I have. Not my favorite, but very, very cool. And I'll even say this one's pretty interesting in comparison to the other ones, which is quite a thing to say, I think, at this point. But once you see it, you'll know why. This is a fully bougie Venetian festival mask that is purely for decoration, because ain't no grown person's head typically gonna be this small, and I can't imagine any child who'd want to have this much on their face. Can you think of a single child who'd want to have this much going on with their face? Not so much. Let me know in the comments if the bells are a bit too much. And if they are, then I'll figure out something else for the future. But for now, jingle bells. But I do love this one. I love the almost leaf scroll-like details on the brows and around the outer portions of the face here. I love how they shaded the skin of the face with the gold and the dark reds, almost burgundy in some places. Beautiful red and gold on the flare, and the blush is a little dusty. He's been where he's been for a little while now. But I also love the white, burgundy, and gold wrapped around like this. It's so beautiful. I so a bit more expensive. Rule of thumb, any of the earlier ones you saw, likely not too expensive, maybe pretty cheap. Ones like this, not so much. Definitely a prettier penny for one of these. And I actually believe that the Pinocchio mask was a gift. I don't recall buying him. I'm pretty sure he was either a birthday or a Christmas gift. So, love my family so much. So, on to a really cool one. This next mask is one that I call the Ice Queen's mask. For obvious reasons, once you see it. Beautiful, very heavy for like winter types of wear. I look at it sometimes and I think like it belongs in the Nutcracker play or some other really high fantasy Disney, or not Disney, but some kind of theatrical work that has to do with winter in some way, shape, or form. This is the mask, and I just love how it goes from silver to beautiful like indigos here at the bottom. Not royal blue, it's not quite that vibrant, but beautiful like navy and indigo, like I said. Now, I'm usually a very big warm colors kind of person, as you've seen with the previous masks. I love reds and oranges and ambers, but this mask, I was like, I have to get it just because it's so bougie. I love it so much, though. I do love this crisscross action here. I think that's so cool, and how like the straight lines become the beautifully curved lines on the cheek, and how they all kind of, the loops at so many points kind of mirror each other, just so the design can continue. Beautiful silvers, similar idea here as with the last couple of masks, where you have 3 different colors. One of them is a more glitter or metallic kind of yarn that are spun and rolled together. Beautiful design. And this one has jingles as well. Now, after this one, we're going to be going into my favorite mask, my all-time favorite Venetian mask that I have. It's even bougier than this one and the last couple, which, considering these past couple of masks, is saying something. So, drum roll, please. So this last one is my all-time favorite Venetian festival mask that I currently have, and here it is. This is what I call the Orlovsky mask. Now, there is a bit of a story behind why I love this mask so much. So, when I was in college, I was in the opera workshop for Appalachian State University for 3.5 years, and during one of those semesters, we did a shortened version of the opera Die Fledermaus, and I got to be the butler assistant to one of the main characters, Orlovsky. And if you haven't seen the opera before, Orlovsky is actually a woman who is presenting herself as a wealthy man to throw one of the biggest parties in high society. And that whole archetype is, to me, seems the inspiration behind this mask. As you can see, the woman with the man's hat and the added elements of the flare and this floral ornamentation on the side is just so cool. And to me, it's the epitome of the entire opera, and not to mention the colors and the patterns. Again, we have the crisscross that becomes the curved pattern on the face, and the hat is just so cool, and that's why I love it so much. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's video, and I hope it was a good first ASMR video for the channel. Comments below which mask was your favorite, and that'll help me decide which ones to incorporate into future videos. videos, and let me know what you think overall about the ASMR in this video, and let me know if you got the tingles, and if you did get the tingles, I'm super happy for you, and I hope I may have even been able to help you fall asleep. Thank you so much again, and I will see you next time.